We have new information on the MC21 and when it should enter into serial production. This estimate has changed several times, so any announcement must be treated with some caution. Furthermore, any deadline is reliant on the test flights going smoothly with no setback. The almost wholly import substituted MC21 aircraft, which has received a number of Russian systems and units, has started the certification flight test program. A further fully domestic aircraft is also preparing for its first flight. At least 13 MC21 are in the test program, 20 more are at various stages in active production. In the near future, it is expected that there will be a complete import substitution of floor panels and luggage compartment panels. They are planned to be produced in Podolsky, manufactured by a company called Aviation Interiors as part of the major import substitution project. It has been announced that serial production will start in October of 2026, so it is possible that this plane will enter into service in 2026 using either one of the test aircraft or one of the ones on the assembly line. A lot depends on the certification of the aircraft. As part of this, on 14th July 2025, an MC21 took off from Zhukovsky Airport to test the operation of onboard radio electronic equipment on an aircraft with all Russian systems and units. The flight lasted for 3.5 hours. The system is reported to have worked well. The issue about the MC21 is that if they are not careful, what is supposed to be a novel technology can become outdated as other aircraft manufacturers hit new heights. As Pavel Piskovich Sukhoi, whose name needs no introduction, is quoted as saying, "We must not rest on our laurels but move steadily forward, since aircraft design quickly become obsolete and what is good today becomes only satisfactory tomorrow." The Russian Prime Minister has said that any delays would be unacceptable as all required resources have been provided by the Russian government. He acknowledged that Russia urgently needs aircraft based on their own technology. 2 experimental MC21 aircraft are taking part in the certification flight test under the import substitution program. The first aircraft received a Russian avionics system, a domestic auxiliary power unit, air conditioning and pressure control systems, lighting equipment, and aircraft system consoles. Domestic components are included in the electrical power supply system, hydraulic system. The second aircraft is being prepared for ground certification test in Irkutsk. Foreign systems and components from the integrated control system and power supply system to fuel level sensors and bearings have been replaced by domestic ones. All necessary decisions have been made on import substitution of systems, and work continues to improve their characteristics. To recognize the work that has been done since 2022, this was reflected in the recent awards ceremony at the Irkutsk aviation plant. The direction of the program and contentment with the results was reflected in the recent awards ceremony. There was a high-level delegation to award 11 employees of the Rostec Corporation, which is the umbrella corporation for Russian aviation companies. The 11 employees received awards. The delegation members got acquainted with the plant's technical re-equipment projects. They inspected the building under construction for major repairs of aircraft equipment, the progress of reconstruction of the galvanic production building, as well as the treatment facilities on the territory of the enterprise. During the visit, there were discussions of the plant's workload, including of financing serial production and cooperation under the MC21 program. I have to say that at this stage, facilities should have been completed and in operation, in readiness for an aircraft that is due to enter into service in 2026. The criticism I have is that all too often, United Aircraft Corporation makes announcements about plans rather than real action. The Novosibirsk aviation plant has also been in the news. It was awarded the Order of Alexander Nevsky. Alexander Nevsky was a 13th century Russian military leader, and the award is given to individuals or organizations that have made outstanding achievement. It is the power supply system without which it is impossible not only to take off but also to conduct ground tests of the aircraft.